Hello friends, welcome to our knowledge lesson for today, and we will be discussing the parts of a plant. Objective. In our cub, you will know what characterizes things as living or non-living. You will understand that living things have certain characteristics. You will be able to identify if an object is living or non-living. Vocabulary words. Leaves. The parts of a plant that make food for the plant. Okay, so remember, a leaf or leaves make food for the plant. Roots. These are the roots, the parts of the plant that keep it in the ground and take up food and water. Okay? So roots help the plant stay rooted into the ground and also soaks up any food or water from the ground or soil. Seeds, and these are the seeds, the small protected parts of a plant that are able to grow into a new plant. Okay, so seeds are kind of like little babies. Okay, you take seeds and you plant them into the ground and they create a new plant. Okay, and anytime you see a seed, it's always in the middle of a fruit because the fruit is protecting the seed. Okay. Stem. The parts of the plant that support the plant and carry water and nutrients to the rest of the plant. So this is the stem, this long green tube, and every time the roots soak up water or nutrients, the stem takes all of that water and all of that nutrients and transports it into different parts of the plant. And transport just means taking it somewhere else. Okay. Survival, the act of staying alive. Okay, so speaking of survival, in the last lesson we learned that plants are living things. Okay, so what are some things that living things need to survive? Okay, what are some things? What can you think of? Food is one of them, yes. Water is another, and air is another. And then for plants, they need a little bit extra, which is light. Okay, so all living things need food, water, air, and plants need extra light. Okay, now before we begin, we're going to review, and I want you to tell me if these objects are alive or not alive in a complete sentence. Okay, so for example, these are desks, so I would say, are these objects alive or not alive? And you would say, the desks are not alive. Okay, let's try the next one. What about a tree? What would you say about a tree? Is a tree alive or not alive? A tree is alive because it needs food, air, water, and since it's a plant, it needs light. What about this pencil? Is a pencil alive or not alive? A pencil is not alive. Good job. What about these pretty flowers? What about the pretty flowers? Are the pretty flowers alive or not alive? Yes, the flowers are alive. Yes, good job. They need food, air, water, and light. Yes. What about this mouse? Is this mouse alive or not alive? Yes, the mouse is alive because it needs food, air, and water. And if you notice, he's actually eating something right now. What about this paper? Is this paper alive or not alive? Yes, this paper is not alive. Good job. All right, so now we're going to do a thumbs up or thumbs down, okay? So listen carefully. Plants, like other living things, reproduce or make more of themselves. Okay. So thumbs up if you think plants can reproduce and make more of themselves. Thumbs down if you think they cannot reproduce and cannot make more of themselves. You should have your thumb up because plants do reproduce or make more of themselves. Okay, that's why sometimes when you go to a forest, you see many trees because those trees are making more of themselves. Or sometimes if you go to the park and you see many flowers, that might look the same. It's because they're making more of themselves. So yes, plants can reproduce like other living things. All right, so now we are getting ready for our read aloud. So I want you to listen carefully. Okay, the main idea or the main topic of this lesson is plant parts. Okay, so you will be learning about the different parts of a plant and how these different parts use nutrients, which we know as food, water, air, and light. Ready? What do you see in this picture? Yes, this is a flower. Good. Even though there are many, many different kinds of plants living in our world, all plants need nutrients or food, water, air, and light. And most plants also have similar basic parts. They have roots, which are down here. They have a stem, which is here, the long green stem. Leaves, which are here. And seeds, which are here. Leaves are parts of plants that make food for the plant. Let's take a look at the sunflower. The parts of a plant you see down here at the bottom are called the roots. The roots of the plant are covered with soil. Okay, so we can see it now, but when you go outside and you look at a plant, you can't see the roots because the roots are always covered with soil. Okay, and soil kind of looks like dirt. So when we see plants growing in nature, we usually aren't able to see the roots unless we take the plant out of the ground. So this is what a plant will look like if you take it out of the ground. You will see the roots. The plant's roots reach down into the soil and grow underground. They help hold the plant in place in the soil. But most important, the roots take up water and nutrients that are in the soil. So the roots suck up all the water and all the nutrients or food in the soil. Nutrients helps plants grow and stay healthy, just like vitamins help you grow and stay healthy. The water and the nutrients move through the roots up into the stem. Okay, so once they soak up the nutrients in the water, it goes up to the stem, which holds the plant up tall towards the light as the water and nutrients travel up the stem. So the stem helps the plant stay up tall so the light can hit it. They're able to reach other parts of the plant like the leaves. Okay, so the stem helps water and nutrients get to other parts of the plant like the leaves. The leaves are the parts of the plant that are attached to and grow out from the stem. The leaves are usually green, but they can also be other colors as well. Many plants have flowers which are called blossoms. Okay, these are the blossoms. Look at the blossoms on this flower plant. Around the outside, it has many bright yellow petals. The flower petals of different plants come in every color you can imagine. Okay, so in this case, the petals are yellow. Many plants have flowers which are called blossoms, which we just talked about here. Okay, right here. Now, look in the center part of the flower blossom, which is right here. The part that has many petals around it. This part of the plant is made up of many small seeds, which are these seeds right here. They just magnify it to make it big so you can see it. One sunflower seed is about the size of one of your fingernails. So if you look at your fingernails, that's how big a sunflower seed is. If the seeds of the sunflower plant are put into the soil, they will make a new sunflower plant. Sometimes people eat the seeds from some plants. You may have even tasted a sunflower seed yourself. So yes, I've actually had a sunflower seed. And sunflower seeds come in a little clear package and they have a green top. Okay. And when you eat sunflower seeds, you put the sunflower seed in your mouth and you have to crack the shell open. And the little bitty tiny seed that's in there, that's what we eat. Well, that's what I've eaten. Have you ate a sunflower seed before? Even though most plants have the same basic parts, roots, a stem, leaves, flowers, and seeds, these parts may look different on different kinds of plants. These beautiful flowers are from many different kinds of plants. Did you notice that not only are the colors of the flowers different, but the flower petals from different plants have different shapes too? So did you notice? Look at these petals. All of them are different. None of them are the same. And they also have different colors. Well, there's 3 yellow and 3 red, but they just come in various colors. What do you see in this picture? Yes, this is actually an apple tree, and it has the same parts as other plants we have seen. We can't see any apples because this picture was taken in the spring when the blossoms or flowers come out. The apples will start growing in the summer and will be ready for picking in the fall. We can't see the roots of the apple tree because they are growing underground, but we can see several other parts. We can see many stems on the tree. The smaller stems are called branches. So these are the branches. These are the stems on the tree. Okay. Do you see the apple blossoms and the leaves? Okay. So this is one branch, and the apple blossoms are what color? White, and the leaves are green. Yes, yes. There are many, many leaves attached to the branches on this apple tree. The largest part of the tree is called the trunk. The outside of the trunk is covered in bark. Bark is kind of like clothing for trees. So just like we cover up our bodies, the bark covers up the tree's insides. Okay, and it protects the inside. What do you think bark feels like? Have you ever felt the bark of a tree? Yes, it's pretty rough. Here are some leaves from different kinds of trees. Take a close look and you will notice that the leaves have different shapes. In fact, one way to tell what kind of tree you are looking at is if you look closely at its leaves. The leaf on the top left here is from a sugar maple tree. The leaf below that is from a white oak tree. The leaf at the top right is from a witch hazel tree, and the leaf below that is from a black oak tree. Remember, many plants, not just trees, have leaves. In fact, leaves are especially important to the survival of plants, so they help plants stay alive. This means the leaves are especially important in making sure the plants stay alive. When the light shines on the green leaves of any plant, the leaves absorb and soak up energy from the light, though an amazing process called photosynthesis. The leaf uses the light to turn the water and air already in the plant into food for the rest of the plant. So the leaves soak up the light energy, okay, and they take that energy and they turn the water and air into food for the rest of the plant. Do you remember earlier that we said the roots and stem of a plant move water and nutrients from the soil to other parts of the plant, such as a leaf? During photosynthesis, water, nutrients, air, and light come together in the plant's leaves. This is how plants make food themselves. It's a good thing too because plants can't move like people or animals, so they aren't able to go and find their own food. Plants have to make food for themselves. Once the water and nutrients are made into food through photosynthesis, parts of the leaves called the veins carry the food back to the stem. Okay? And remember, this is the stem. From there, food is taken to the rest of the plant as needed. So the stem might not be as long as it is on a flower or on a tree, but it does the same thing. Okay? And these are the veins that they were talking about. Now you have learned about most of the basic parts of a plant. Plants begin as seeds which sprout and grow into roots, stems, leaves, and then flowers. The roots, stems, and leaves work together with water, nutrients, air, and light to make food for the plant through photosynthesis. Say that word 3 times to help you remember. Photosynthesis, photosynthesis, photosynthesis. All right, so you will complete the comprehension questions in Nearpod on Time to Climb, okay? If you need to go back and listen to some of the things to help you out, please feel free to do that, okay? Good luck!